Today we're going to talk about the shunt. The shunt, which is this device here, is in line on the negative side of things. All the devices on this side are the battery. All the devices on this side is all the power coming in and all the power going out. So everything needs to travel between this to get to the battery. This allows it to be a power management device. It can measure how much power is used from the battery, and it can measure how much power is sent to the battery, thus giving you a fuel gauge of how much power is in the entire battery bank, not just one battery. It does this by measuring the amps and the current going through this through a very sensitive device that is very finely tuned at the manufacturer, and then can have super fine tuning done at on-site or on location. It is almost always placed on the negative side. Although there is exceptions to this rule, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Most shunts are very accurate as they are in line, and they are designed to measure the difference between the here and here, allowing it to be extremely accurate on the amount of amperage that is flowing through, and thus allowing you to determine how much power is going through those lines, and allows you to measure the energy left in your batteries very accurately. All loads come from the battery side to the shunt side, from the battery side to through the shunt to the load side. All of your devices, charge controllers, inverters, and other consumption or power providing devices such as chargers are on this side, allowing the shunt to measure everything going back and forth with the batteries. Shunts come in all different sizes. Some as small as measuring 50 amps to 100 amps to 300 amps to 500 amps, even 1,000 amps, and in some industries, even larger 5,000 or 10,000 amp shunts. If you want to know the real state of charge for your entire battery bank, not Bluetooth into one battery, but the entire battery bank, you will want to install a shunt, because it is the fuel gauge to all of your batteries and your entire battery bank. Wires, fuses, breakers, and switches, along with shunts and bus bars, are an integral part of a solar system. All of these devices play a very important role in keeping you safe, making your solar system safe. And even if you're not in an environment that requires you to follow code or to get an inspection, that does not mean that you should be reckless, careless, or have disregard for safety. Safety is one of the most important aspects of building a good, safe solar system. I encourage you to strive for only the safest environment that you can create. If at any time you feel like you're unsure, or you don't know what you're doing, or are uncomfortable making such a decision, please consult a professional. Electricians and engineers play an important role in keeping you safe, keeping our environment safe, and making these devices available to the general public to do a do-it-yourself type system. But that does not exclude us from being safe and being responsible when building these systems. I encourage you to involve them when necessary, to ask for their advice if you have problems, but at the same time, build your system, and I hope you stay powered for many years to come. Thanks for watching. I hope this series is helpful to you. There are 5 videos in part 2 of this series, and there are 4 videos in part 1 of this series. All links will be included in all 5 of the videos of part 2, and I hope they help you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.